Welcome to RG News. Today we're going to discuss the top P10 AI news stories of August 5, 2025. In a world where AI and IT are just moving at this incredible speed, staying informed, it feels less like a luxury and more, well, essential. How do we even make sense of all these shifts happening almost daily? What's the real takeaway?
It's pretty wild, isn't it? I mean, what we consider normal right now would have been science fiction maybe 5 years back. So our job here really is to try and cut through all that noise, help you navigate this hyper evolution by looking at the big underlying trends.
Okay, let's dive in then. First big story, Palantir Technologies. They just smashed expectations, didn't they? Over $1 billion in quarterly revenue, first time ever. This performance, it seems driven by AI and those big government contracts. What does this really tell us about AI's place in the enterprise world now?
Right, significant. Palantir's Rule of 40 score, that's a key metric, balancing growth and profit, it hit an amazing 94%. And their U.S. commercial revenue nearly doubled. It really proves that this so-called boring AI, optimizing complex internal stuff for governments, big companies, it's incredibly profitable.
So a clear win for enterprise AI.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But it also brings those ethical questions back into focus, doesn't it? Privacy, accountability, especially with heavy government involvement.
Yeah, those questions aren't going away. And that success is also stirring the pot, fueling some pretty intense rivalries. Which brings us to, well, an AI Cold War kicking off. Anthropic versus OpenAI.
Exactly. This is fascinating. Anthropic, remember, founded by ex-OpenAI folks, just cut off OpenAI's API access to their Claude model. They're claiming OpenAI misused it to help develop GPT-5, specifically using Claude's coding abilities. OpenAI says, hey, it's just industry standard benchmarking.
But Anthropic drew a line.
They drew a hard line. It really signals, I think, the end of that early sort of friendly-ish phase. APIs are now battlegrounds. This could lead to more fragmentation, maybe push developers towards open source, as a kind of philosophical choice too.
From corporate battles to a really fundamental debate about knowledge itself, Vinod Khosla, the VC, declaring the university degree is dead. That's quite a statement.
It is a huge statement. Khosla's argument is basically free, personalized AI tutors are coming, and they'll make elite education as we know it kind of pointless. Think about it. Every kid potentially having a 247 AI tutor may be better than any human teacher. He sees this democratizing expertise in law, medicine,
Yeah.
the great disaggregation of expertise, he calls it.
Wow. And the impact on jobs.
He predicts AI could wipe out maybe 80% of current jobs, urging people like you to shift focus from specialized skills to more adaptable things, critical thinking, creativity, generalist skills.
A massive disruption to learning. And speaking of careers changing, look at Meta and how they're hiring now.
Yeah, this is another big shift. Meta is actually even encouraging candidates to use AI assistants during coding interviews. Zuckerberg apparently sees AI agents as the future mid-level engineers. So the test isn't just, can you code from memory? It's more like, can you guide and check an AI's work?
So prompt engineering, critical evaluation.
Exactly. It totally redefines what technical skill means. And of course, it gives Meta tons of data to improve their own AI tools. Smart move, really.
Redefining skills. Okay, let's pivot to healthcare. Demis Hassabis at Google DeepMind has laid out his vision. AI replacing doctors for diagnosis, but never the empathy of nurses. What's the feeling here? Comforting or stark?
Well, Hassabis is confident AI will nail the analytical side, diagnosing from complex data. He even controversially suggests maybe curing all diseases within a decade. Highly debated, obviously. But he's fond that the human touch, empathy, physical care, emotional support, the core of nursing, that's irreplaceable by AI.
So future division of labor.
Seems like it. Doctors may be managing AIs, nurses becoming even more valued for their human connection. It's also perhaps a strategic way to make AI seem less threatening in a field like medicine.
Makes sense. Okay, now for something a bit more audacious, maybe. Elon Musk, Teslas, video games, full self-driving mode, all at once.
Yeah, classic Musk headline
Yes.
grabber, right. He's saying, probably soon, Tesla drivers can play video games while FSD is active. He envisions the car as a smart lounge on wheels.
But hang on, FSD is still level 2, right? Needs supervision. And didn't they just face a big verdict over an autopilot fatality?
Precisely. He tweeted maybe 6 months away, pending regulatory approval. But yeah, it comes right after that $243 million verdict. Allowing games seems like inviting distraction, putting huge pressure on regulators like NHTSA.
A very high-stakes gamble. Okay, speaking of big moves, GitHub's making waves in open source.
That's right. They've launched a free OpenAI-compatible inference API for open source projects. This is a pretty big deal for developers. It tackles the inference problem. How do you run AI models in open source tools without users needing API keys and facing costs? GitHub's offering a free tier seamless integration.
So challenging the proprietary models.
Absolutely. It's a direct challenge and a brilliant strategic play by Microsoft, obviously. It could pull a lot of activity towards open source, making GitHub even more central, maybe even a bit of adopt, extend, extinguish.
Interesting take. Okay, let's talk about the next phase of AI itself. Agentic AI, moving beyond just generating stuff.
Yeah, this is the next frontier. Gartner's predicting, 15% of daily work decisions made by autonomous AI agents by 2028. So unlike generative AI that makes things, agentic AI does things. It perceives, plans, acts on its own to achieve goals. We're seeing examples already: customer service, supply chain, sales, IT ops.
So this means huge changes in how businesses run.
Profound changes. You'll need new roles, like agent supervisors. It forces companies to be radically transparent about their own processes, too, because the AI needs clear instructions. The main hurdle is still making these agents robust and secure in the real world.
Transformative stuff.
Yeah.
But power like this, it inevitably raises red flags. Alarming reports coming out from the ACLU, the EFF, about AI in law enforcement.
Yeah, this is serious. The reports show how things like predictive policing, trained on biased historical data, can just reinforce those biases, sending police back to the same over-policed areas, a nasty feedback loop. And the EFF found issues with Axon's AI police report tool deleting first drafts makes auditing impossible, plus secret facial recognition in New Orleans.
So what's the bottom line for civil liberties?
It's a real threat. Privacy, the presumption of innocence, public trust, all potentially eroded. You risk creating this automated surveillance state without proper oversight. It's a fight over accountability, really.
Crucial warnings there. Okay, finally, let's touch on quantum computing. The UN's declared 2025 the year of quantum. The US has a new strategic plan. Are we actually getting close to a quantum revolution?
Well, the focus is definitely shifting from just adding more qubits to making them stable and actually usable, commercializing them. The market's projected to hit nearly $15 billion by 2033. There's real progress.
But it's not here tomorrow, right?
No, definitely not. It's a huge geopolitical race, especially with China, because the security implications break in current encryption. But truly fault-tolerant quantum computers, probably still a decade or more off. Plus, there's a massive talent shortage and the huge challenge of developing post-quantum cryptography to keep everything secure before quantum computers can break it.
So promise and peril, like so much in this space. Wow. That deep dive for August 5th really shows AIs isn't just theory anymore, is it? The impacts are here now. We've seen it driving profits, fueling platform wars, tearing up education and work norms, raising deep ethical issues, and pushing towards quantum frontiers. It really makes you think, what's next? And how do you prepare?
Absolutely. These trends, enterprise AI consolidation, platform battles, regulatory scrambles, the changing nature of work, they're only going to accelerate. Staying informed, staying critical, that's not passive anymore. It's how you take part in shaping what comes next.
Join us tomorrow on RG News for the day's AI news. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell.